All right, so let's practice more for some word problems for system linear equations. We have this question here. Find the values of two numbers if their sum is 5 and their difference is 1. And so we get A, write the system of equations to solve the problem, and B, what are the values of x and y? Well, let's choose x and y as the numbers that their sum is 5 and their difference is 1. So if you want to write the system a system of equations here, right? So I can have like two values x and y. If you add them up, I will get 5. So x plus y equals 5, right? That's going to be their sum is 5. And their difference is 1. So if I take the difference between x and y, I will just get 1. So this is like a system of linear equations. And if I want to know the values of x and y, well, clearly, if I want to guess, I can see like clearly that 2 and 3 will be the answer. I mean, 2 plus 3 is 5, right? I mean, 3 plus 2 is 5, and 3 minus 2 is 1. That's, if you want to guess this answer, it's going to be like clearly the correct answer. But if I want to solve this one, using my method of system linear equations, well, I can use like elimination method because clearly I can see like y and negative y are opposite to each other. So I can just, if I add, let me call this one as equation number 1, this one is equation number 2. So if I add 1 to 2, right? So that's going to be clearly here. It's going to be like clearly 2. So you can add x and x. It's going to be 2. So if I add equation number 1 and 2, so clearly it's going to be 2x here, right? And y with negative y would be gone. So it's going to be 5 plus 1 would be 6 here. So we get like 2x equals 6. And I can divide it by 2 on both sides in order to solve for x. And I will get x equals 3. So x will be 3, right? So so we can choose like if I want to find y here, I can choose like either equation like first or second one. So let's choose like let's pick the first one. It's gonna be like x. It's gonna be like x. All right. So x plus y equals 5, and we know that x is 3 plus y equals 5. So we can just like subtract 3 on both sides, and that will be y equals 2. So the numbers will be 3, right? So will be x equals 3 and y equals 2. All right, so I got this other questions. Amy and Dan are looking for a photographer for their wedding. Photographer A charges $400 for the photo shoot and $6 for each print, no matter the size. Photographer B charges $500 for the photo shoot and $4 for each print. For how many, question number A, for how many prints are the total prices for the two photographers will be the same. So let's see here. So we have like photographer A. So we got photographer A, right? So photographer A charges $400 for the photo shoot and $6 for each print, right? So let's call like P present print, right? So photographer A charges $400 plus for each print. Photographer A charges I believe $6, right? It's going to be $6, so 6p, right? So $6 for each print. So we got like $400 plus $6 for each print. Well, we don't know how many prints actually. So let's go for B, photographer B. So photographer B charges $500 right here, right, for the photo shoot, and $4 for each print. So it's going to be $500 here. So 500 plus $4 for each print, right? Plus $4 for each print. And the question is, for how many prints are the total prices of the two photographers right, will be the same. So we have like in order to photographer A will be the same as photographer B, so it means both equations, right, will be equal to each other. So it's going to be like 400 plus 6p should be equal to 500 plus 4p. So we're going to solve for p to know how many prints in order to be the same. In order both photographers will charge the same money, right? So we have like so let's solve for p here. So we're gonna get rid of 400. So we can switch 400 to the right, and we can switch like 4p to the left, and that will be much easier here. So we're gonna have like 6p. We're gonna have like 6p minus 4p equals 500 minus 400, right? There's gonna be like 2p equals 100. So we divide by 2 on both sides here, and p will be 50. All right. So in order that two photographers will have the same price, they need to print like 50 photos. All right. So let's go for question number B. For question B, which photographer will be the best value if they expect to order 100 points? I mean 100. I'm sorry, 100 prints. That's a typo mistake there. It's 100 prints, not points. It's gonna be 100 prints. All right. That's a typo mistake there. So let's go for photographer A here. So we get like photographer A. And that, so he charges like $400. I mean, $400 plus 6p, right? And photographer B charges 500 plus $4 for each print, right? And if I want to know which photographer would be the best value of if they expect to order 100 prints, so we need to charge to substitute p by 100. That's the number of print there, right? So let's do that. Let's try to erase p here. So we're gonna substitute like p by 100. So we're gonna substitute like p by 100, and also here by 100, and we'll see what is the best price here. So we're gonna have like 400. So we're gonna have like 400 plus 600, and that would be the total of 1,000. It's gonna be like $1,000. So photographer A will charge $1,000, and photographer B will have like 500 plus, well, 4 times 100 times 100 will be 400, and that will be $900, right? So which photographer will be the best value? That will be photographer B, because photographer B will charge only $900 if the photographer print like 100 prints, instead of photographer A will charge $1,000 for 100 prints.